here. And if you don't mind, put the phone down on its side.
On the side? All right.
There we go. Now we can see it. Now we can get a nice. All right.
Do your thing. I want to pop into the tribe meeting real quick. I'll be back now.
How about you?
Yeah, if you can prop your phone against something that'll keep it stable.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Let me get focused in my camera here. And you were surprised, weren't you?
A little bit, yeah.
Here, come on over here, Harold. So I got to explain a little bit to you. Not only do I work for Channel 13, as you know, does your parents and stuff still live in Asheville?
They do. My mom watches Channel 13.
Oh, very good. Well, here,
Yeah.
I've got two jobs. I work for Channel 13, but I also, me and some friends started a Veterans History Museum in Brevard. Do you know where Brevard is?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I used to live there.
Oh, did you? Okay. So right next to the courthouse, we've opened up a new museum. And this here is Harold. Harold, you need to move in just a little bit. Move in. There you go. Harold is a World War II merchant marine. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he you know, President Trump passed the gold medal for the World War II merchant marines this year. So Harold comes in and keeps me company all the time, and so he spent a lot of time on ships. So he's going to sit in and just, you know, watch our little interview and stuff, if that's okay.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
That's perfect.
All right, let me get everything rolling here. All right, looks like this is rolling. Looks like that's rolling. Let me get my check. All right. Make sure we get good audio. All right. And make sure I'm recording here. Looks like I'm recording. All right. So the very first thing I want you to do is to say and spell your name.
Alec, A-L-E-C, Kramer, K-R-A-M-E-R.
All right. And what's your rating and rank?
I am a mass communication specialist, and I'm a seaman.
All right.
So E3.
E3. All right. How long have you been in?
I've been in almost 2 years now.
2 years. And obviously this is not your first command, is it?
It is. I went to an A school before, but this is like the first real command.
Now, wait a minute. How do you, okay, first of all, how do you get the USS Constitution as your first command?
About half of our sailors are actually just straight from boot camp. They didn't even go to A school. So this is like their first real Navy experience besides boot camp.
But I mean, you know, history nuts like me and Harold and everything, it's like, you didn't join the Navy to go serve on what is a 200-year-old ship?
No, I didn't even know it was an option when I joined.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it's got to be surprising to be, you know, at this, I mean, I married into a Navy family. I've got a brother-in-law that is serving at Whidbey Island Naval Air Station right now. He works on P-3 Orions. And then I've got another brother-in-law that is, he's in the reserves, but he used to be active duty, and he was a Seabee.
Oh, yeah.
But I just remember when they got in, they didn't do anything like this.
We actually have 2 Seabees here.
You have 2 Seabees there.
Which is very kind of odd command for them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So not having any other experience with any other ships, what has it been like?
It's really not what I expected, because it's obviously a lot different than what you would expect on a Navy ship. Like, we got little experiences in boot camp of like damage control and working with pipes and stuff, how to repair them. And we don't really have any of that kind of stuff here. It's just not really like any other command.
Well, are you a history nut?
I am sort of mostly just interested in like past wars and stuff, not really in history totally, but I do like history.
So was this a surprise to you when you got this command?
It was a surprise because in A school at the last couple weeks, we would have all gotten our commands, and I was actually the only one that didn't get their command at the same time as everybody else. So 2 weeks later, popped in my orders USS Constitution, and I kind of thought that it was like the boot camp ship. Like we have different buildings for different recruits, and I was on the USS Constitution in there. So I thought I was going to like recruit training command because I didn't know USS Constitution was an actual command. So I was really surprised.
Wow. Well, do you like it?
I do. Yes. It's a great command for my rate. It's a lot of public affairs, like we're doing the live tours, all the graphics that we do, the pictures that we take, all on our social medias.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to ask you is what is your job? Describe your job to me.
Just like taking photos. So we do all the photos for social media. We send them out to Divots and Navy.mil. Then we also make graphics for graphic design. We do journalism. So we write up press releases. That's most of our job. We do like video, just anything that has communications aspect of it.
Well, I mean, and there's got to be a marketing aspect of it too, because you're trying to get, like us here at the museum, we're trying to get people to come visit and learn about why it's so important. So yeah, explain that to me a little bit. I mean, what is the marketing side? How do you get people interested in 200-year-old ship?
Well, just for example, for our 4th of July, we had a little contest for our 21 gun salute. So we had a little trivia. So we would send out like 21 of the rounds that are actually shot off, just the shells, to our fans that won those trivia. So we do a bunch of different little things like that. We would have like a 4th of July underway. We would have them come on the ship, taking photos, just posting them on social media, just allowing them to know that the ship is open. They can come on. Well, not now, but starting August 7th, they'll be able to come on to the ship. Anything, we do a lot of stuff with the public. We go out to different events around town. Like, for example, we went out to elementary school to PT with some kids, which was very fun. Just little things like that.
Absolutely, and I've watched some of your videos. There was the whole thing on, you all taped a whole thing on training on how to load the guns and fire the guns.
Yeah.
You had a whole thing on the, I guess they were javelins. Is that what the long?
Pikes.
Pikes, that's it, pikes. So do you do the filming on that? Do you do the photography work for that?
Yes, me and the PAO team here, we all, we do anything you really see on social media, like video-wise or photo-wise, it's all us.
Okay, very good. Because I was looking for, you said you did virtual tours and stuff, and I was looking for one with you in it, and I couldn't find it.
I haven't done one. I've always been behind the camera.
Well, you're going to have to do one for me now.
I've been thinking about it. I think it'd be pretty fun. I've seen like 50 of them now, so I kind of know exactly what to do.
Well, you're gonna have to do one for us now, because I'm gonna have to use it for this story. This story's not gonna run for another week, so you got 1 week. Okay.
Awesome.
But yeah, I would love to have you do, because I need some video of you doing your job and that sort of thing, even if it's on different sides of the camera. But yeah, I'd love to have one of those virtual tours. They're great, and so really, I mean, you basically, once you got out of boot camp, you basically became almost like a curator of a museum. I I mean, didn't you expect to be on like an aircraft carrier or a destroyer or a cruiser? Or...
That's exactly what I expected, or to be put on a short command somewhere in like Italy or Japan. I did not know I would be coming to this ship. It was a big surprise.
But it's perfect for your job, though. I mean, it's exactly what you want to do. You're a mass communications
Yes.
specialist. And so, I mean, is this the perfect job for you?
Yeah. I think this is the best command for public affairs. As pretty much all we do here is public outreach.
And you're learning a lot.
I am learning a lot.
So do you think you're learning a lot? You're learning more there than you would if you were, say, on an aircraft carrier?
I think I'm getting a lot more experience. We do a lot more. I think we do more photos than probably out in the command. More videos, more production stuff. So I'm getting a little bit more repetition and getting a little bit better at everything.
Are you going to be disappointed if you leave this command?
I still got 2 years here.
Oh, good. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about this award that you got. Tell me about this award.
So it's the Blue Jacket of the Quarter. We have like 3 or 4 people go up for it. Just sailors that are chosen on working hard over the quarter, and I was just picked for it over those sailors, but they all deserved it.
Wow, so modest. Listen at this guy, Harold. Do you believe this? So just tell me, I mean, is it because I actually have, we're in a museum, so I actually have a 1918 Blue Jacket manual.
Oh, wow.
And I have a 1940 Blue Jacket manual. So I know a little bit about what's in these manuals, and it's all about, the compass. I mean, just reading off a couple of titles, the disembark, all that kind of stuff. So it's quartermasters. So it's basic information. I mean, this is the Navy handbook, correct?
Yes, we had one of those in boot camp.
So you had one of these.
That was our reading material.
That was this can be some pretty heavy reading material, because I've looked in here, and oh well, here we go. Here we got the knots. You know all your sailors' knots?
I do not.
What? How
I'm not posting.
How did you get the Blue Jacket Award then? I mean, because it seems like to me you would know this book frontwards and backwards.
It's mostly, from what I've seen, I'm not really sure, but it's mostly for the work you've done in your office. So the work I've done here, the work that somebody else did, maybe in deck department, working on wood or fixing up the buildings. I think I got it because of all the live tours that we've done in this office. It helps the command a little bit more, I think, because our main objective is public outreach, trying to get the public to notice the ship and to fall in love with the ship.
So absolutely. So does that mean that because of the pandemic, was it your idea to start doing daily virtual tours?
No, it was not. No, it was not. That was my chief.
Okay, but but you guys kicked in. I mean, I know I have here at our museum, I've been trying to do all kinds of stuff online to keep the interest up. So describe that to me. What exactly have you been doing since March, since you've been closed, since the pandemic?
So we've nonstop done the live tours. I mean, how many have we done now, Chief?
About 150.
Done about 150 live tours now. Over, I think 3 million.
Just around 3 million.
Almost 3 million views on them. We've taken photos of anything that's gone with the ship. We've shared people's photos. We've just anything that don't know really the words, but anything that has to do with public outreach.
Absolutely. And I know with me here at this museum, this is a 24/7 job. Is that, is that why, because you've really just put so much into the job?
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, I'll ask your chief about that here in a second then.
Okay.
So let me think. I lost my train of thought there, Harold, but
That's unusual.
that is unusual for me to lose my train of thought. But I am going to ask you to do one of those virtual tours so I could use that video. Send me some pictures. I need some, or some video of maybe you doing your job or everybody doing their job together, or maybe y'all could do like a video of, hey, here's our PR team. These people are part of our PR team and that sort of thing, and this is what we do. So,
Okay.
So far, out of your experiences on the Constitution, do you have one experience or one time that just sticks out in your memory as probably one of your favorite experiences that's happened so far during your command?
Probably the Boy Scout overnights that we do. And we bring the Boy Scouts on board, and then we just we have like 4 or 5 sailors with us, and then a group of Boy Scouts. And then we just spend the night with them on the ship, give them little tours, tell them little things about the ship, and then just hang out on the ship all night. It's just fun.
So educating, teaching others
Yes.
about the history is what you really, really enjoy.
I do enjoy that.
Wow,
Yes.
That's amazing. So let me get a little bit of nuts and bolts from you. So you grew up in Asheville?
Yes, I grew up there. Yes.
All right. What part of Asheville did you grow up in?
Arden.
Oh, you're a T.C. Robertson graduate, aren't you?
I am.
I didn't actually graduate from T.C. Robertson because my parents moved, but I went to Valley Springs. All right.
Yeah, I went to Valley Springs too. Yes.
So so you're right next to the TV station out there. So very good.
I went to Estes, Valley Springs, Kuntz, all of them.
I went to ST's when it was brand new. My principal was ST's. Hang on, let me turn this off right quick. And then you went straight you enlisted in the Navy right after graduation at TC?
Actually, I graduated because I moved too. I graduated at Old Mill in Millersville, Maryland. Yeah.
Okay.
But I did 2 years at TC, and then we moved to Maryland.
Okay. And what was that in 2000? What?
2017.
17.
We moved.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, and then your mom does she still live in Arden?
She is, yes.
Do you
And my dad is in there.
Okay.
Sorry?
Is it okay if I call your mom and ask her if she's proud of what you've done here?
That's fine.
All
I
right.
think she would like that.
Can you give me your name and number?
Yes, that's Petra, Petra.
All right.
Then same last name. And then 828
828.
31. No.
Well, you can, if you need to, you can email it to me later.
Yeah, I got it. 828
Okay.
301 5900.
Okay. Is it okay if I talk to your chief for a few minutes?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Hey, it was nice to meet you. Hey, I got to tell you right quick. Did you know I was actually on July 5th, I was actually standing out at the gate looking at the ship. That's what, 2 days before you got your award?
I believe so, yeah.
I was
That's pretty cool.
I know. I was actually in Boston. I talked to Petty Officer Harris, who was at the gate.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a
He's a really
selfie.
nice
I
guy.
got a selfie with Harris, and I was like, "Man, I wished I'd have known this. I would have interviewed you right there on the dock if I'd have known this was happening." So, Yeah, I was like, I was just right there. But it's really cool. So, hey, thanks so much for talking with me.
Of course.
And I'm going to get a couple of comments from your chief, and then I'm going to call your mom.
All right.
Okay? All right.
All right. She's German, so she's
Okay.
an actor.
That's all right. We can handle it. Sprechen
All right,
Sie
thank you.
Deutsch. All right. You have a good day, sir. Thank you so
You
much.
too.
All right. Hey, Chief.
Hey, how's it going?
My brother-in-law that works at Whidbey Island Naval Air Station just made chief, so he's pretty excited about that. So now he can retire, right?
No, that's when the real work begins.
That's when the real work begins. All right, I'm going to readjust just a little bit here. There we go. All right, say and spell your name for me if you don't mind.
It's Elliot Fabrizio, ELLIOTT FABRIZIO.
All right, and are you Kramer's supervisor or?
That's correct. I'm his department head over in the operations department and the public affairs officer for the ship.
All right, very cool. So if I wrote down, would it be mass communication chief? Is that what I would put under your name, mass communication chief?
Chief Mass Communication Specialist.
Okay, chief mass communication. Okay, got to get up. This nomenclature is just crazy.
No worries. I know it's difficult.
And I've got family in the Navy, and I can't keep it straight.
I can barely keep it straight. I'm in the Navy.
There you go. So tell me a little bit about Mr. Kramer.
So Kramer is young and a new sailor, but he is incredibly motivated. He's super soft-spoken, quiet, and humble, but he will come into the office and get some of the highest quality work done that I've seen in 15 years. As a graphic designer and a communicator, he's got so much passion, and he will put in the legwork to produce industry quality graphic design for this ship. And he's 20 years old with only a few months of professional training. So he goes out there and he bridges that gap with his passion.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And it's right now during the pandemic and you guys not being open to the public, it's really important, because that's what I'm having to do here at our museum, is that, to keep people's interest going, you got to produce, videos for social media, for the website, for everything. So, and so, yeah, describe to me, I'm putting words in your mouth, but describe to me, how is that important during this time that you're closed?
So thanks to Kramer's efforts, we've been able to not really close in a way that actually lowered our operations. In the middle of March, as the coronavirus was beginning to grow, our ship closed for the safety of the crew and the safety of our public guests. And that following Monday, we had essentially reopened virtually. We started doing a virtual tour using Facebook Live every single day. And this allowed us to sustain our mission of promoting USS Constitution and do it in a way that's never been done before. We're able to take people through the ship in areas that are normally closed to the public because we just can't get that many visitors through. And we're able to have conversations with them online that are very unique in their own way. And we're able to open up the ship to people that necessarily can't get here, right? If you want to see Constitution before this year, you got to come aboard. Now we have people watching these tours. It's globally open. If you're in New Zealand, if you're in Germany, we've had people comment that they're watching from Ukraine and in all 50 states. And not just those people, handicapped people that normally couldn't access these decks are tuning in and letting us know how much this means to them. So we weren't only able to respond to the coronavirus with this, but it's a unique way to do what we do. And we plan to continue the tours after this. But not only with the virtual tours, being able to reach those people, there was also this element of the whole country's stuck at home. We're all quarantined. We can't go to work. We can't go out. Everything's closed, and we were open. And so we had a huge spike of people that are home with their kids, using these tours as an educational resource to keep their education and development going, to teach them about history. And it was just everything lined up for us to take a very bad situation and get a lot of good out of it, and really find that silver lining and show our resiliency.
Absolutely. That's perfect. So is it fair to say that you and your team and Kramer started working harder when the
Absolutely.
game closed?
Absolutely.
So,
So
yeah.
this ship is a crew of about 80 active duty sailors. And the 80 active duty sailors here work incredibly hard, more than you would think for, being a wooden ship that is not currently, strategically relevant as a combat asset, right? We're not going out and fighting pirates cannonball to cannonball anymore. But with the promotion schedule that we're on, we are a very busy crew. And the majority of that crew went down into a very reduced manning hours so that we could limit the amount of people interacting with each other and promote that social distancing when the coronavirus was at that early peak. But this team wound up working every other day, whereas, other folks would check in and do some, the bare minimum required work to get us and sustain. The public affairs folks like Seaman Kramer were here every other day, tagging in and tagging out, committed to making sure that we were able to continue our operations and keep the mission of this ship alive and going, so that, when we reflect on this, nobody's going to say that Constitution, was at an all stop and did nothing. They're going to say Constitution did something unprecedented for the Navy and unprecedented for, I think, a lot of organizations as well.
Absolutely. And so Kramer tell me, what is the Blue Jacket Award? What is that?
So Blue Jacket of the Quarter honors a junior sailor at the command. We do them once a quarter, so that encompasses about 3 months of performance. And then we also have an of the year where the top 4, each quarter will compete against each other. And that culminates everything about the sailor, their leadership potential, what they do to promote esprit de corps in the unit and camaraderie, what additional jobs they take on. They call them collateral duties to support the command's infrastructure, and then their performance in their primary job. And Kramer is performing head and shoulders above anyone in the command, in my opinion. So we nominated him for that. And it's not just the virtual tours, which alone are a remarkable and unprecedented feat, right? To date, we've done almost 150 of them now. That's about an hour each. So just hours of content are posted online for people that can go back to and watch on demand. And getting all those virtual tours and the work that went into that and the 3 million visitors, unprecedented, right? But Kramer is also out there organizing, when we were able to get out to some parks, hikes for the command to go on as a unit. And he's organizing and designing, graphics and flyers for other command events and picnics. And he's just a leader and source of positivity and energy that has kept morale up throughout this incredibly challenging time for everyone.
Boy, his mother's going to love hearing that.
She should be incredibly proud of him. And I know for a fact she's proud of him, because we see her watching some of the virtual tours and commenting, how much she loves it. And she knows that behind all those sailors and the virtual tours, that's her son holding the camera and directing the tour and leading those whole operations, right? Like I said, Kramer is a very soft-spoken, very humble individual, kind of an introvert, behind the scenes, behind the lens kind of person. But every virtual tour we've done, or about a third of them, rather, he's been right there behind the camera, leading these sailors and making them at ease, when the cold camera's looking at them, and helping facilitate that conversation between our millions of viewers and that sailor who's just staring at an iPhone.
Yeah, very cool. Well, he has to do one now, because I need video of him doing what he does. So I told him he had to do one within the next week.
We're definitely going to line him up for one. He is also part of our flags and funerals division. And so he's actually changing into his dress uniform as we speak to go out into the Boston community and be a ceremonial guardsman for military funerals throughout the greater Boston region and pay those dignified final honors to our veterans who have passed away. And so he'll be presenting the flag to those families at the funeral. And he does a few of those a week as part of his duty assignments. So a very multifaceted job here. You can be hosting a virtual tour to 1,000 people, and then you come in and you're getting a uniform inspection or swapping the deck, and a couple hours later you're in your dress uniform at a funeral, and a couple hours later than that you're at a command picnic.
Wow. Send somebody with a camera with him. I'd like to get a couple of shots of that. That would be great. All right, sir. I think that's all I had, and you guys are doing a good job. I watched I went through the Facebook page yesterday, and I watched some of yours, and I finally found Harris because I told him I was going to find him.
Uh-huh.
He's not responded to my emails. Maybe he thinks I'm some kind of crazy fan or something. I don't know.
He tends to get those a lot. He's so charismatic. I'm sure he's probably got fan mail that's just, weighing him down.
Well, sir, thank you so much. Now, is it possible, when I put this story together, I can take the video and stuff, I can take it off your Facebook page and use that just what?
Yes, absolutely. I'm not good at getting the video out myself, but you are welcome to any video we have online, any photos we have online.
Okay.
I actually couldn't tell if I wanted to, because it's U.S. Navy imagery released and video released.
Mm-hmm.
By virtue of being in the social space, it's all in the public domain.
All right, so I just label it U.S. Navy?
Yep.
Courtesy
You
of the
can, U.S. Navy, courtesy video, U.S. Navy, anything like that. But you're free to use whatever you want.
All right. Well, have Mr. Kramer send me some photographs and stuff of him doing his job, and then I'm going to go talk to his mom. But I have to show you that I have a 1718 blue jacket manual right here.
Ooh,
and I've got
that's a hot piece.
And I've got one from 1940 as well. And I have to on the inside jacket of the 1817 here, it has 10 reasons why sailors die young.
Okay, what are they?
This is your David Letterman top 10 reasons why sailors die young from 1817. Very first one, captain's inspection.
Yep, that'll still get you.
Chow lines. You got.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What are yeomanettes?
Yeomanites. Yeah.
Yeomanites. What are yeomanites?
Yeomanites are definitely older. That would be women in the service as part of the WAVES program.
Oh.
Serving in the administration departments.
Oh, okay. Yeomanites. All right. Pay slips, obviously. Beans. North Fork hospitality. Have you been stationed in Virginia?
Thankfully, no. That
Okay,
Norfolk
good,
hospitality will get you.
There's a big question mark besides that one. And then there's.
Yep, I'm glad things don't change. Norfolk is still the place you don't want to be, in my opinion.
All right. This one's for you. Petty officers grouches. Petty officers grouches. Yeah.
Those are handwritten.
Yeah, I know. How about that?
That's amazing.
So, or grudges. Petty officers grudges. That's the death of a young sailor. And then furloughs. And then jazz music. So we know how old that is. Hey, Harold, why don't you come on over here for a second? You haven't met the chief.
Okay.
So as I was telling Kramer, I actually work at a museum as well. We started a Veterans History Museum. And this is Harold Wellington, World War II Merchant Marine. He is a Merchant Marine, so he is getting on. Lean down here a little bit, Harold. He's getting honored this year with the Merchant Marine World War II Gold Medal that they just signed into law. So.
Oh, that's incredible!
But
Congratulations!
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, he hangs out with me here at the museum quite a bit, and he's kind of my surrogate grandfather. So.
I was also in the Navy too.
Yeah, he was
Yeah?
on the, was it Mississippi?
I was on the Mississippi, which was, when I was on it, the Constitution was the only ship that was older than the Mississippi was. And I was on that, and then I went on the Iowa. This is during the Korean War.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for your service. I hope you get a chance to come out to the Constitution again soon. We'll have you come fire the cannon for colors.
I was out there last September, but just like him, it was the day I was there, it was closed. And I've got some pictures of it and everything, but they're from outside the gate.
Well, next time you call me, I'll get you in.
I was on, when I was in the Navy, the first assignment I had in Boston, I was on the USS Baltimore. We was parked right beside the Constitution in Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the Caston Young out here right now. It's a Fletcher class destroyer. It's owned by the National Park Service, and people take tours of that as well. We recently had a commemoration for 23 sailors that died in 2 kamikaze attacks on that ship. And she's still standing today. So that's incredible to me.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably be back up there next year. How long are you going to be at this command? Is this?
I got another year and a half.
Okay, well, maybe I'll see you next year then. I go to New Hampshire every year for a vacation, so.
Please look me up. We'll bring you out for a special tour.
All right, sounds good. Do you know where you're going to go next?
Not yet. Let's see. When I'm about a year out, that's when they'll start lining me up.
Okay.
Probably an aircraft carrier.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, thank you so much, Chief. I appreciate it. I think I got everything I need. I'll email you if I need any other things, but if you have Kramer shoot me some photographs, some videos, and I'll take some stuff off of YouTube. But I think this is going to be next Monday on the local TV station here, and I'll let y'all know. But I'm going to call his mom and see if she'll talk to me for a few minutes.
Monday in 4 days, or Monday as in?
As in the next Monday. Yes, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now.
Got it.
2 weeks from
Got it. Okay.
So, and
We'll definitely have time to get Kramer in front of the camera for one of these tours then in that window. And we'll get you the photos shortly here today.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you, Chief.
Hey, thank you.
All right. Y'all have a great day now.
Nice talking to you, Chief.
Nice talking to you.